Who's that? Commander Claw. Who's bad? Commander Claw.
Welcome. I'm your host, Commander Claw. I'm bringing you some more spoilers from the edge of Eternities. I'm not going to waste your time with too much of an intro. Let's get started with more cards and click on the next video to see more spoilers. Let's talk about them, y'all. Welcome. I'm your host, Commander Claw. I'm bringing you some more spoilers from the edge of Eternities. Okay, so we got a red enchantment here called Weapons Manufacturing for 1 and a red. It's an enchantment. Whenever a non-token artifact you control enters, create a colorless artifact token named Munitions. When this token leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. Okay, so at first thought when I see this, and after what I'm reading, I'm definitely playing this in an is it Spellslinger deck for the mana rocks to get additional artifacts that I can sacrifice. Yeah, that's a good one. Or even for Duretti, the Planeswalker, where you're sacrificing an artifact and you're retrieving, reanimating an artifact from the graveyard to the battlefield. This is a great early CMC card to keep pace for later shenanigans, later value. Okay, we got Terra Symbiosis for 2 and a green. It's an enchantment that says whenever you put one or more +1/+1 counters on a creature you control, you may draw that many cards. Do this ability once each turn. Okay, so yeah, we already know that this is gonna go in Shalai and Alar, that Naya colored flying creature that puts all those +1/+1 counters on your creatures. Definitely goes in that. It definitely goes in the +1/+1 deck. I think something that people probably not are thinking about is like the Ozolith. Okay, when you move counters, actually, is moving counters or putting counters two different things? Now that I'm thinking about it, because there's other cards that say when you move counters to another creature. That's what I need to find out. Let me know in the comment section below if you know that rule. Okay, so it's something about Rakdos cards that always is attractive to my eye. We have Mutinous Massacre for 3, double black, double red. That's a total of 7 mana. It's a sorcery that says choose odd or even. Destroy each creature with mana value of the chosen quality. Then gain control of all creatures until end of turn. Untap them. They gain haste until end of turn. 0 is even. Okay, so let's start right there. 0 is even. That's definitely those token creatures that are on the battlefield. So we could either destroy all of them or take all of them. Yeah, this is a good card. This is definitely a game-changing card where you're shifting the board state towards your favor and you're destroying creatures and you're getting attackers at the same time. Yeah, you have to play this on your first main phase. Otherwise, it's a waste. And guess what? Players will counter this as soon as you describe what it does. That's how good the card is. Okay, we got Sir Vodnim the Lucent for 2, white and double black, 4/4 body. Legendary Human Knight. Death Touch Lifelink. Whenever Sir Vodnim enters or attacks, other creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain Death Touch until end of turn. Hmm. Hmm. This card is kind of it's actually a decent sized creature. A 4/4 with Death Touch and Lifelink, that can do a lot. That is a pretty big creature, right? Then it buffs your board state for other creatures and gives them Death Touch. So creatures that usually don't have Death Touch can get Death Touch. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty ugly. Yeah, creatures that can just tap and deal damage that are given Death Touch. This is till end of turn, so you can play. Go to your combat phase, give all those creatures +1/+0 and Death Touch. Then on your second main phase, if you have an ability that is able to ping creatures, ping creatures, and they still have Death Touch till end of turn because they have it until your second main phase. You know that can be pretty nasty. Just a sneaky way to deal damage. Hmm. Pretty good card. Okay, this is probably the most interesting uncommon I've seen out of this set. Bygone Colossus for 9 mana, 9/9 body, artifact creature, robot giant. It has warp 3. Warp 3 says you may cast this card from your hand for its warp cost, exile this creature at the beginning of your next end step, then you may cast it from exile on a later turn. This is probably going to be the best creature to station spacecraft with. For 3 mana, you get a 9/9 that enters the battlefield. You could tap it to station one of your spacecraft. Then it goes to exile at the beginning of your end step, and you can cast it later on. Doesn't matter. You got the value out of it for 3 mana, putting a 9/9 on the battlefield to station a creature. That's what I see this card for. Definitely check out episode 6 of the spoiler season that I got going on. Appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.